truthers, welcome back. So today it's gonna be a word of the day, and it's so beautiful how this word resonates with me in my life currently, and I honestly don't remember how I stumbled upon it, right? Which is cool. It's kind of like a serendipitous moment. So the word is YUTORI. It is spelled YUTORI, YUTORI. And it is a Japanese word. It's a Japanese concept. It is a noun. And YUTORI asks you to surrender, basically, to spaciousness, no rushing, the refusal to rush in life. And that is so beautiful to me, because I feel like a lot of us are always on the go. A lot of us are always on autopilot, feeling like we never have enough time, feeling like, we just have to get something done. We just always have to be doing something, instead of just allowing ourselves to simply just be, to just exist within ourselves, right? Our mind is always on the go. Our mind is always thinking. Our mind is always filled. It's always crowded with whatever we need to do, So YUTORI just gave me life, reading about it, diving deeper into its meaning. And it says that it's basically allowing yourself to arrive somewhere early, right? Just to be able to look around, to enjoy, right, your surroundings. Because when you get there just on time, or even when you arrive late, it doesn't allow for the space for you to observe, for you to see what's around you, for you to enjoy the current present moment of whatever is in front of you. And so if you know you have more than enough time, it allows for you to just be. There's no pressure. You don't feel rushed. You don't have that sense of urgency. You don't have that stress in life, right? So this is very, very beautiful to me. I love that I stumbled upon this word. Like, when I say it is so fitting, because lately I've been feeling like, as a new mom, I'm always out of time, or I'm always under pressure, or I'm always having to rush. And that's going to be a separate episode within itself, involving motherhood. But I've been feeling that so heavy lately. Like, let me hurry up and do this. Let me hurry up. I got to hurry up before she wakes up. Oh my God, her nap time is almost here. I have to get this done. And it's always been like this sense of urgency, and this sense of just having to do, and be on the go all of the time. And it's stressful. So, YUTORI, right? The art of living slowly and mindfully, to just exist within the spaciousness. Like I said, no rushing. There's no plans. There's no goals. No overthinking. No talking. No agenda. No ulterior motive. It's literally just being. Like, step into the existence of you and allow yourself to just be you, whatever that looks like for you, right? It's being intentional with slowing down, allowing yourself to observe, to savor the world around you. How often do you go out into nature and truly just become one with it, to absorb the energy, the vibration, the frequency that nature is giving off, to just listen to the birds sing their song, the wind blow against your skin, the grass, the dirt beneath your feet, to see the ants build their home and the squirrels pick up their acorns and, take it back to wherever they're going, or to simply just observe the squirrels playing, because a lot of times they're like running around all over the trees and up and down and back and forth having a good time, right? How often do you allow yourself to cloud watch, to just lay there and look up at the sky and see what's going on, and to just be like you're literally not thinking about what you need to do next in life? So it's having that intentional act that, you know what, I'm gonna just stop and smell the roses today, as they say, So that state of inner spaciousness, knowing that you have more than enough time, and knowing that that peace of mind that you give to yourself allows you to enjoy life. It allows you to release the pressure. Let it go in this moment. Let it go. Why are you holding on to it? It's okay if you don't check off everything on your list. It's okay if you weren't as productive today. It's okay if you're not as busy. It's alright. Because I feel like a lot of times we miss out on life attempting to be busy, to be productive, to be successful, to just be all this stuff, right? Everything that has a title attached to it is what we attempt to be, instead of just being us. We go through our day rushing, running around, forgetting things, like just skipping over things and not truly enjoying life. We rush through the week, ready for Friday, ready for the weekend, for those people who are working a 9 to 5, right? It's like, I just want to get to Friday. And you rush through it. You rush through your day, trying to get everything done. It's always a rush. And if I bring it back to nature, the saying goes, nothing in nature rushes, but everything still gets done, right? It moves at its own pace. It all works together. It's all interconnected. So take the time to engage all of your senses. When is the last time you engaged all of your senses? When is the last time you allowed yourself to not worry about anything, to not feel like you have to complete something or do something? Are you able to literally just sit around and relax, to lay down and relax? Even when we do mindfulness practices, it seems to be a timer with that too. Okay, I'm going to do this for 10 minutes. I'm going to meditate for like 20 minutes right now. I'm going to journal for maybe like 10 minutes. I'm going to sit here and just sip my cup of tea or coffee for maybe like 5 minutes and then go back to doing what I was doing, right? And it's like, why does everything have a time on it? Why can't you just be? Why can't we just let go of time and just do what it is that we truly desire to do? And I know for some this may sound unrealistic, right? I get it. You have a life to live, you have things to get done. But at the end of the day, right? And when it comes down to when we get to a place of being older, right? And we're in our 70s or 80s and we look back, are we truly going to be satisfied with the life that we live? Did we actually live life? Or did we just constantly be on the go to accomplish, to achieve whatever it was that we were trying to do, to constantly chasing the bag and missing out on the true beauty and essence of life, right? YUTORI, how can you adopt this into your life? How can you allow for that sense of spaciousness within your life, that state of inner spaciousness? How can you make room in your mind? How can you make room in your life for you? How can you make room in your life to just be? How can you make room in your life to be at a place of timelessness, where time doesn't truly exist, right? How can you be intentional about slowing down, about being more present in the now, about being more mindful, actually paying attention to what you're doing and not operating out of autopilot, not always being on the go, not just being a zombie to life. If you go about your day, do you notice things? If I asked you today, right, what was your coworker wearing, or what did it smell like when you walked into the office, or wherever it is that you went? How many people were in line? What did the person in front of you, what was they holding in their basket if you went food shopping, or what was in their hand, right? What did the license plate of the car in front of you say? What was the last song you heard on the radio? Because a lot of times we zone out in life, and which, like I said, we're just like, it's just like zombie mode. We're always zoned out, right? Always caught up in our thoughts. And it's like, could you truly recall your day? A lot of times we can't even recall what we ate yesterday. And it's like, if you sat there with that food and allowed all of your senses to truly be engaged, and you tasted it, you felt it, you smelt it, right? You listened to the way that it spoke to your body. You became one with it, right? You're just like, you're looking at it, observing it, and you slowly ate it. I've seen people that eat so fucking fast, like, it's wild. I'm just like, did you taste it? Like, wow. And I'm not trying to judge anybody, but it's just like, did you taste what the food have to offer, the savoriness, the sweetness? Were you able to taste the different spices? Like, And a lot of times we rush through eating because it's like, okay, I gotta hurry up and get back to what I was doing, And that's even me as a mom now too. It's like, I find myself rushing to hurry up and eat. Whereas before, I used to take my time, and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to indulge in this, and literally have this state of indulgence. We just shifted out of Taurus season, right, with the indulgence energy, but still, allow yourself to indulge in life. What does that look like? What does it look like? Are you willing to just exist in the spaciousness? Are you willing to just go outside and just stand there? Are you willing to not be all up in your head looking for a why, looking for a how, looking for what, or getting caught up in the what ifs, getting caught up in the past, getting caught up in the future, your goals, right? What you got to do next week. It's like, well, what about now? Next week hasn't even got here yet. What about now? This is a moment. Are you able to make it meaningful and not just be so focused on next week, right? So this is so beautiful to me. Oh my God, like, I'm so grateful that I stumbled upon this, because it's a reminder to slow down. It's a reminder to just knowing that I don't have to be rushed. I don't have to rush myself. I don't have to hurry up and do anything. I can just be. It's kind of like, that old saying, slow and steady wins the race, right? So it's like, I don't have to be fast paced all the time. Cause like I said, rushing, it makes you stumble, literally. It makes you forget shit. How you're rushing out the house, now you done forgot your keys and gotta turn around, you forgot this, you left your lunch, and it's like, fuck. Right? And then it's funny, because on the days where it seems like you're rushing to get out the house, right, you might end up getting caught in traffic. So now it's like the universe is forcing you to slow the fuck down, and there's nothing you can do about it, especially if it's like bumper to bumper energy. And now it's like you're angry because you're rushing and you're running late, and it's like, and the universe is like, you're gonna slow down today. And there's nothing you can do. I mean, you can fester in that anger, and don't get me wrong, everybody's allowed to feel angry, but it's like in that moment you can't control it. So why not just be relaxed, right? So I just thought that this was a really dope share, a really dope find when it comes to words. It's a really dope concept to adopt in one's life, to just be. And it's like, I really love the aspect of arriving somewhere early, so that you can really take an image, a picture of your surroundings, and really fill it out and really just see. I feel like a lot of times we don't see, we kind of just, we might get like a quick snapshot of things. And it's kind of like watching a movie for the first time and then watching it again. And you're like, oh shit, I never realized this the first time I watched it, right? You pick up something every time you watch it again and again. That second time it's kind of like, okay, let me sit here and see if I missed anything the first time, right? And so it's like when you're out and about, and even though the world may be moving fast-paced, you can still just, bless you, baby, you can still just revel in your silence, right? You can still just be in your own little world. And it doesn't mean that you're oblivious to what's going on. I'm not saying that, because you can still be aware of what's going on around you. That's the whole point of this, bless you, is to be aware of your surroundings and to not just be walking around and not seeing anything, not feeling anything, like just numb to life, like your senses have been deactivated, and it's like, what the hell? So again, I ask, how can you allow for spaciousness in your life? How can you allow for spaciousness within your mind? How can you make that room? How can you, make that intentional? If it's something that you desire to do, how can you allow yourself to slow down? When's the last time you actually smelled the roses? When's the last time you actually allowed yourself to really, indulge and take notice of the food that you're eating and not just devouring it? When's the last time? So this is the word of the day. It's YUTORI. Look it up. Become one with it. Enjoy it. Make space for it in your life. And remember, life is as beautiful as you allow it to be. Self-love and perspective are key. I love y'all. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being who you are. I'm grateful for your existence. Remember, it's okay for you to simply just be who the fuck you are. And that's it. Nothing more is required. Much love, y'all. Peace.